AskReddit by Adventure 21 MC. Serious, what causes death more than people realize? Attention. Serious. Tag notice. Jokes, puns, and off-topic comments are not permitted. https://www.reddit.com/r//wiki/wiki_rule_6- in any comment parent or child. Parent comments that aren't from the target group will be removed, along with their child replies. Report comments that violate these rules. Posts that have few relevant answers within the first hour, and posts that are not appropriate for the serious tag will be removed. Consider doing an AMA request instead. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the discussion. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit. Message compose ?to =r AskReddit if you have any questions or concerns. Tripping. On average, around 17k people a year in the US die from injuries incurred after tripping and falling. So I didn't die, obviously, but I tripped on a curb and broke my ankle in such a way that the orthopedics doc compared it to a severe skiing injury. A curb. Driving while sleepy. I had one very close call when I was younger and it scared the shit out of me. I was at a party, sober, and my fiancée wanted to leave. I wanted to stay and just sleep there because it was over an hour away. She insisted, so we left. I was awake when we left, but the back roads and distance made me zone out. I fell asleep for a second and swerved off the road. Jolted awake when I felt a car rumble and was able to brake and slow down. Woke me the fuck up, and the fight that ensued kept me and my fiancée up the rest of the trip, about 10 minutes at that point. Now, when I feel even a little tired, I'll refuse. I got lucky we didn't drift head on with the car or slam into a building or hit someone. Stairs. 20 million severe injuries each year and at least 200,000 death from consequences of the fall. Both my grandparents died because of a fall. My dad fell from the stairs 3 years ago. I can't explain how, but it happened around 3 AM and I woke up exactly 30 seconds before his fall. I remember having a terrible feeling. He fell and naturally I heard. I got out of my room and saw him laying down face against the floor with blood pooling from the side of his head. I was 17 at the time. From that moment in my head he was dead. I only got confirmation he was alive around 1 hour later. Most traumatic moment of my life given the fact I don't have a mom. Mozzarella sticks. Statistically the most choked on food. My son choked on one at a restaurant and I had to do Heimlich maneuver on him. I dug down his throat for that fucking cheese and it just kept stretching. One of the most horrifying moments ever. Edited to @ wow, this totally blew up. Thanks for the upvotes. I hope no one is discouraged from a mozzarella stick after this. Just make sure that it isn't straight out of the fryer. Be safe all. High blood pressure. It sneaks up on you and you don't know about it or don't care, but it's the underlying cause of so many deaths. I monitor mine for this reason. I'm young and work out several times per week. Eat okay, but I still have borderline high blood pressure. Definitely scares me. Infections that are left untreated. Sinus infections can kill you if left untreated and can last for months without proper treatment. Stress. Your body can only handle so much of it and it's labeled the silent killer for that reason. With your high blood pressure and the 5 hours of sleep a night because of the stress, it will creep up on you sooner than you think. Working 80 hours a week since healthcare is collapsing in my country and have been trying to hold it up. I hate constant vertigo, swollen lymph nodes, random skin nodules and can barely walk for 15 minutes. I need to take a medical leave and just let my patients die, because that's how short-staffed we're getting. Fall accidents. especially among the elderly. A fall can create a cascade of events that results in death, even if it seems minor at first. How my grandpa died. He got brain damage but was okay enough to get up. The damage had a delayed effect and he went unconscious on the way to the hospital. Untreated dental problems. A cavity left untreated can lead to heart attacks and strokes. I struggle with this myself, so do my siblings, so did our parents. Depression, poverty and shame are the hurdles regarding dental neglect. Influenza. Just regular old flu. Many people ignore it thinking it'll go away on its own. Globally the number per year is usually between 300k and 500k. In the US it can be anywhere from 12k to 50k per year. It doesn't help that a lot of people will say they have flu when it's just a bad cold. My worst experience was when I caught it in my teens. I was living with my parents, and after a while I was so weak I could barely even get up to go to the bathroom. My mum wheeled me through on an office chair. People don't appreciate how severe flu can be. Shoveling snow. I have 2 family friends pass from heart attacks associated to shoveling the snow. Seems dumb for people who live where it's a part of regular life for 6 months a year, like me in Alberta, and I never thought about that until my dad had a heart attack while shoveling. Alcoholism causing liver failure and it's on the rise in the USA. Alcohol kills way more than liver failure. People think alcohol kills alcoholics via liver failure and alcohol poisoning. It kills people via heart attacks, hypertension, cardiac dysrhythmias, stroke, liver cancer, esophageal cancer, stomach cancer, pancreatic cancer, colon cancer, breast cancer, acute and chronic pancreatitis, opioid overdoses, people taking pain medicine and alcohol at the same time, benzo overdoses, again when mixed with alcohol, murders, and drunk driving. Peruse your county ME's records. The amount of people who die from alcohol is astounding. I bet it's a big contributor to deaths attributed to other causes too. Cancer, heart disease, accidents. A lot of functional alcoholics out there just making it through another day. Street fights. You watch some Hollywood blockbusters and some MMA fights and you think you can do it too. I've seen stories of a guy minding his own business and gets rocked on the side of his head. It disconnected his spine and he was dead before he hit the ground. There was another story maybe a year ago of a scuffle where a guy was stabbed in the neck and bled out to the point of being unable to stand within 10 seconds. Stop fucking around. It's not worth your life. They say that the winner of a knife fight dies in the ambulance. Mosquitoes. That's right. Mosquitoes kill 1 million people a year. 1 million. For context, the next animal is comically humans themselves, with 135,000 homicides. Constipation. About 900 deaths per year. https://link.springa.com/article/10.1007/bf025544713. I'm 37, and this is the oldest man thing I'll ever say. Hydrate, for fuck's sake. Especially if you like to booze it up, and even if you don't. Forgetting kids inside cars. There's something uniquely disturbing about the idea of losing your child to a hot car. It takes a lot for me to get that gut-wrenching feeling, but that gets me every single time. I don't even have kids or pets. It seems like such an agonizing way to die. Not to mention the fact that you were probably having a completely normal day, only to be suddenly greeted with the corpse of your own child, and it's all your fault. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, I cannot think of a more horrifying thing. Grief. People think it's a myth but you can die of a broken heart. Absolutely. Grief causes stress and stress is awful on the body, especially a stress that will never go away. Loneliness. I'm pretty sure it did my grandmother in. We couldn't visit her during the pandemic. She died alone, wondering why we didn't love her or come visit. Hippos. They are surprisingly fast on land and terrifying in the water. https://www.youtube.com/watch?mark su7gkqwxg08 Ladders. Ladders kill around 300 people a year in the US. You know, studies show that keeping a ladder in the house is more dangerous than owning a gun. That's why I keep 10 loaded guns in the house, in case someone tries to sneak in a ladder. Tripping, slipping, falling, even from short distances. I'll also add icy sidewalks to that as well. Tylenol. I lost my son to Tylenol. He was in the Air Force and blew 3 discs in his back. He had to have surgery and ended up getting MRSA. After 3 long painstaking weeks in the ICU, he made it home, eventually returning to the USAF and lived in pain constantly. He was one that hated pain medication, hated it. In turn, he started eating Tylenol pretty regularly. After a few years, maybe less, I started to notice a change in him. He was losing a lot of weight without trying, his skin starting to jaundice, and this happy-go-lucky man smiled less and less. I live 6 states away from him, but made it a point to go visit him and his family at least once a month. My daughter-in-law would tell me he was still in such pain, but refuses to go to a doctor. On one of my visits I noticed he was drinking a glass of red wine, which was odd to me because he didn't drink, ever. He said it helped take the edge off after. Tylenol. PLZ, watch your dosage. It will kill you. Water. Essential to live, but used improperly will kill you. Used too much, dead. Used too little, dead. Use it wrong, dead. Use it the correct way, surprisingly also a risk of being dead. Tree wells and X200B. Stay safe, skiers and boarders. Falling coconuts cause about 150 deaths annually. Coconuts kill around 150 people worldwide each year, which makes them about 10 times more dangerous than sharks. But the moment you suggest Coconut Week, everyone acts like you're the weird one. Damn African swallows dropping coconuts during migration. Hey, watch this. Left-handed people using right-handed tools. Female heart attacks. We tend to feel pain from other places other than the chest. Never even realized it was a heart attack. My mum had a heart attack in bank holiday weekend in June 2021. We had a family BBQ and she had indigestion, was kept near enough awake all night with no medication helping. She lasted a whole 24 hours before she was sick a bunch, and my dad took her to hospital. Told front desk her symptoms and triaged within 15 minutes, and within the hour they had her in emergency surgery getting 2 stents put in. She didn't know what was wrong but knew something wasn't right. The emergency staff were on it, refused to let her walk anywhere or be unsupervised, and mum mentioned she felt their actions were super eerie and triage and not very friendly. We found out later they thought she was going to code out any moment and die because of how far along in the heart attack she was when she came into the hospital, and even an hour longer would have been the difference between life and death. Female heart attacks are no joke.